Hi, I'm Beck. Thank you for being here. So I am currently obsessed with books and reading. It is my literal current addiction. And I recently ordered 3 Blind Date with a Book from the Book Box UK, which is an online subscription book service and shop. So I thought it would be fun to share the unboxing of these 3 surprise books and then share my reaction and ratings when I get round to reading them. Here we have the package. We have the goods. I have actually ordered some, or I've signed up to a surprise subscription from this company where they send you 1 or 2 books a month according to like your tastes. And I've only had 2 months so far. The first one was really good. They were both definite yeses for me. The second month, not so good. So I did return them to get some replacements. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue that or not, but I've never done Blind Date with a book. So that's why I was really excited to try this out. I'm going to share the descriptions, which is all I had to go on when I chose these books, and I chose from 3 different genres. And the first is from contemporary literary fiction. Set along a fading English coastline, memory, ambition and belonging collide as one life becomes shaped by the pull of the sea and the weight of the past. So yeah, I just felt drawn to that. I can't even tell you why. I guess the coastline, obviously there's not much to go on. So let's see what book we got. Now I did have a tiny peek earlier and these aren't wrapped individually. So I'm going to have to guess which one's which, unless they're labelled, which they're not. That's quite interesting because, I mean, I'm sure it will be obvious which one's which, but I would have quite liked it if they were labelled for which genre was which. So it's so funny because the first look at them, I'm like, well, it could be any of them, but it definitely could be one of these 2. Yeah, okay, it's this one. So the book is Sea Scraper. And I will read the blurb on the back. Thomas lives a slow, deliberate life with his mother in Longferry, working his grandpa's trade as a shanker. He rises early to take his horse and cart to the grey, gloomy beach and scrape for shrimp, spending the afternoon selling his wares, trying to wash away the Sultan scum, pining for Joan Wyeth down the street, and rehearsing songs on his guitar. At heart, he is a folk musician, but it remains a private dream. Ooh. When a striking visitor turns up, bringing the promise of Hollywood glamour, Thomas is shaken from the drudgery of his days and begins to see a different future. But how much of what the American claims is true, and how far can his inspiration carry Thomas? Yeah, that sounds really, really interesting. It's a small book. So let's see how many pages it is. It's only 161 pages, so it's a mini one. And the reason why I like doing the subscription and the surprise books is because it gives me a chance to read a book that I probably wouldn't have picked up otherwise. And this probably is one of them. I don't think I would have picked this up. I do tend to lean towards female main characters, or written from the perspective of females. So that's like an edge for me to read from male perspective. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I like that it's small as well. I just think, yeah, it sounds really atmospheric, and it sounds more interesting than I expected it to be, with the Hollywood American turning up and I love folk music. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. Happy, tick. Next. And this is the order that I picked them, by the way. So the next genre that I chose was mythical fantasy. And the description was, rooted in Shakespearean myth and dark folklore, a woman cast as a villain steps into her own story where magic, exile and power reshape her destiny. So I'm very new to fantasy. I have barely read any at all. But again, this called to me. The dark folklore part, the woman cast as a villain stepping into her own story. Like, I love those characters and stories of women where, yeah, they might be put down or othered and step into their own power in a story. I'm not sure about the Shakespearean time, but let's see. So what did we get? Okay, it's this one. Sycorax. I just realised, is this going to be flipped? Let me check. No, we're all good. So let's read the blurb. Born of the sun and the moon, shaped by fire and malady, comes a young woman whose story has never been told. They call her Sycorax. I hope I'm saying that right. Sycorax. Seer, sage, sorceress. Outcast by society and all alone in the world, Sycorax must find a way to understand her true nature. But as her powers begin to grow, so too do the suspicions of the local townspeople. For knowledge can be dangerous, and a woman's knowledge is the most dangerous of all. With a great storm brewing on the horizon, Sycorax finds herself in increasing peril. But will her powers save her, or will they spell the end for them all? Yes. This is a yes. I'm actually surprised I've not heard of this, because this honestly sounds right up my street. Seer, sage, sorceress street. I'm very, very happy with this selection. So many S's. I've not heard of the author, Nydia Hetherington. I love the cover as well. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. Yeah, I think what I feel most excited about is, the part of this woman being seen as dangerous, because, I mean, it's just such a big thing in our society that women are made to be small and, you know, hide those parts of themselves that are magical. So yeah, very, very excited to read this and report back. I forgot to mention the author of Sea Scraper, by the way. That's Benjamin Wood, and also I haven't heard of that author. Okay, my third and final selection, and the reason why I chose 3 is because it was 3 for £30. You didn't get much of a saving for that, but yeah. The final genre that I chose was romance. I am not a big romance reader at all, so I just thought it might be fun to, I guess, get sent something that may be quite popular, or I don't really know why I chose this, but the description made me choose it. Stranded far from home with nowhere to run, 2 strangers are forced to rely on each other, and what begins as survival soon turns into something more. So I did actually read a long time ago a book about a couple that got stranded, well, they weren't a couple at the time, 2 people that got stranded on a desert island. It sounds a bit cliche, but I actually loved that and I flew through it. It stuck with me, so that's why I think this write-up appealed. So let's see what we got. Right, we got Swept Away by Beth O'Leary. See, can you see why I thought that this might have been the first choice with the coastal theme? Okay, so I have heard of Beth O'Leary. I don't know if I've read any of her books. I don't think I have. But yeah, let's read the blurb. Lexi is looking for no strings attached fun. Zeke is looking for love. Neither of them were looking for a one-night stand to become their one and only lifeline. But when they wake up after an unforgettable night together, the houseboat they stayed on has been swept out to sea. There's no signal, no steering, and no sign of rescue. And as the waves pick up and supplies run low, Zeke, I think that's how you say it, Zeke or Zeki, and Lexi realise there's much more on the line than their new relationship. Oh, I've just realised I have read The Flat Share, because there's a picture of it on the back. I did read that, and yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's light, it's fun. Sometimes I guess these kind of books are nice to read in between other heavier or more intellectual books that are like harder to read and harder to process. So yeah, I think this might be a bit of fun. How many pages is it? It is 430 pages, which seems quite a lot, but yeah, I think this will be fun. I'm very much a mood reader, so I don't choose what I'm going to read at the beginning of the month. Like, I choose as I go. So we will see when I get round to choosing these books, and when I do, I will make sure to report back and let you know what I think. So thank you, BookBox UK. This was really fun. I'm really happy. Like, I'm genuinely happy with this selection. It's always a bit risky, but yeah, I'm really excited to read these. So. Hi, it's a few days later, and last night I decided to pick up Sea Scraper because I finished my current read. I'm only 18 pages in, so just a very brief check-in. I was worried going into this that I was going to find the language a little bit poetic or descriptive from a few of the reviews that I read, but I'm not finding that. I'm finding it easy to read. I'm interested in the characters, and also there's been a surprise only 18 pages in. So yeah, I want to carry on reading, and I will keep you updated. Hi, it's the next day and I have just finished Sea Scraper. So in case you can't tell by how quickly I've read that, I loved it. This is a really lovely story, and I'm so grateful to have been introduced to it, because as I said before, I may not have picked it up or even come across it. Like, I've not heard or seen anyone talk about this book. Yeah, I feel it's a story about creativity, about sensitivity, and in a way that's not always nurtured or encouraged in certain places. Like, it's all set against this bleak backdrop of a small coastal town, and yeah, it's all so about loneliness and friendship. It made me feel, and it takes a lot for a book to do that. So my rating: this book doesn't have chapters, but it is separated into 3 different parts. And in the first part, I was thinking this is probably going to be a 3-star read for me, solid. And the second section, I absolutely flew through. And at that point was thinking this is a 4-star read. And by the end, I was searching for reasons as to why this couldn't be a 5-star read. So what tipped it over the edge for me is that on the last page, the author includes a link to a almost like a soundtrack, but I won't ruin it for you. And I just thought that was such a lovely touch. I also listened to a podcast of the author being interviewed, which is very interesting, and I can link that below. So I have read 18 books this year, and this was my first 5-star. The closest I got was one 4.5, and that was at the beginning of the year in January, and it's May now, so I'm feeling very, very happy. Yeah, 5 stars. I've decided I'm going to close this video off here and record my reading and ratings of the other 2 books when I pick them up, because it might be a couple of months until I get round to those ones, because I've got so many other books that I want to read right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've ever read any of the 3 books in this video, yeah, drop a comment and let me know what you thought of them. And if you've tried Blind Date with a book as well, let me know. Was it good? Was it hit or miss? So yeah, I'll see you very soon when I pick up the next 2 books. Thank you for being here, and bye for now.